Ah!
Record.
Yay, recording.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck
All
it,
right.
doing it live.
The last time we all met, I have got to pull up some tabs because I am so not ready yet. After a brief but intense fight with some of the Red Brand mercenaries, the party eventually stood victorious over their attackers. 3 of the Red Brands had been slain and 1 taken prisoner. From the prisoner, you were able to learn that Kiernan, the leader of the Red Brand troop, was holed up at the Stonehill Inn, or sorry, not the Stonehill Inn, the Sleeping Giant Inn, and was the one who possessed the other half of the Sending Stones that you had liberated from Harbin. You weren't able to learn why the Red Brands were in Delverton, however, only that Kiernan was the one who gave the orders, and the other Red Brands obeyed without question. When asked why anyone would choose to be a Red Brand, the elf prisoner curtly informed Staris that nobody joins the Red Brands, while indicating the scar on his right cheek. You also learned from questioning Harbin that while he was benefiting from the Red Brand's extortion, he was only complacent in their activities because if he wasn't, the mercenaries threatened to kill him and everyone else in town. Harbin was simply a coward who was set up to take the fall for the Red Brand's proclivities. You all confronted the townmaster for his cowardice, and Bernie convinced him to return the money he had wrongfully earned back to the community. Sildar expressed concern that the Red Brands might retaliate after their men failed to report back to their leader, and once more asked the party for their aid. He encouraged them to pay the Red Brand leader at Sleeping Giant Inn a visit, and the party made their way there. A few Red Brands loitered on the front porch and appeared discontent with the party's evening visitations. When the party asked for Kiernan by name, one of the mercenaries retreated inside the alehouse to collect their boss. A few tense moments later, and a large humanoid dragonborn with red scales and a massive great axe came barreling through the front saloon doors. Who the fuck are you? And where the fuck are my men? The dragonborn demanded angrily. No one dared to speak. In fact, no one made a sound save Ku, who dared to let out one tiny, pitiful "oh." Taking this as a response, Kiernan approached the group, storming towards them and put all of his attention on Ku, demanding he speak up. Got something to say out with it, then! And as Kiernan's patience waned and violence seemed imminent, he demanded one last time for all of you to tell him where his men were, or die. And that's when Staris dared to answer, attempting to beguile Kiernan with a charm person spell. Staris, what is it you say to Kiernan as you attempt to charm him, as he has his axe now raised, his muscle bulging, smoke is billowing out of his nostrils, and fire is licking his lips and teeth. He's got his axe raised up above his head, and you strum a chord and sing a note. And what is it you try to say as you charm him?
We came to entertain you.
We
Love
came
it.
to entertain you because you had all been trying to warm up and disguise yourself as a traveling entertainment troupe. Here's what we're gonna do. That is a wisdom saving throw, I believe. Is that correct, Stars?
It is. Yes, you're trying to beat
And it is
14.
14 is the spell save DC. Straight up, y'all, I'm just gonna give you some free information. Kiernan doesn't have any modifiers to this particular saving throw, so this is just
Oh,
straight
straight roll.
D20 roll. And I'm gonna just do it in front of all of you. So here we go.
Here we go.
Oh! Oh,
13, baby!
I like it.
Kiernan lets out a growl and brings the axe down an inch of breath away from your nose. You feel the sharpened edge of his blade just cut through the air in front of you, Ku, and slam at the ground in between your feet. and he turns towards you, Staris, and just snorts, and like smoke just blasts out of his nose. You're here to what?
Well, we wanted to put on a show. Um,
A show.
yeah, that's it.
All of you are entertainers.
We are, in a way of saying thank you so much for being in this town, and it's time for you to go.
He looks over his shoulder at the one red brand who's kind of got an eyebrow cocked, and he's kind of holding the crossbow over his left arm. You can see it's loaded with a bolt, and it's not pointed at you, but it is kind of raised at a ready position. He kind of like looks over his shoulder at him, and he's like, "Are you hearing this, Simdal? These entertainers think it's time we should leave." And the red brand on the porch just leans over the railing and spits. Kieran says, "Yeah, I agree. Go get the rest of the men. They're going to want to see this." And you see the red brand who you had initially talked to, who got Kieran in the first place, goes back inside to the alehouse, and you hear him start shouting, "Go, go!" And you kind of can't hear as the doors swing shut and muffle his voice, what he's yelling to whoever is inside. "All right, then, entertain us, and then we can discuss that other thing." And he like goes back to the steps of the inn and just kind of sits down, and you hear the wood like kind of groan and creak as he sits on them and just stares at you rather impatiently.
Nice.
Nuts.
Oh,
Uh,
let's give him a jolly tune, yeah?
Oh, jeez. All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast guidance on Star, and I'll do it
Okay,
in a sing-song
you
way.
Um,
Mhm.
you've heard some of Cyrus's tunes.
Mhm.
So yeah, let's dance. Kind of going back to one of the campfires. Bernie, you got us on rhythm?
I could probably pull out something. And Bernie kind of like walks over to Staris and leans in a little bit. And what are we doing here? Are we just distracting for a minute and then pouncing? Or... And as she's doing this, she's pouring out her water skin. Actually, no, she's pouring out. I have some oil on me. What I want to do is pour out basically and get an empty bottle and start going toot, 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 toot.
are you
Amazing.
trying to like do anything malicious or sneaky by pulling it out, or are you just like scrambling for an instrument and just like trying to
I'm
create something really
scrambling
quick? Okay,
for an instrument, trying to keep the ruse going, but also kind of asking Staris, like,
gotcha.
Like, what are we
what's
doing?
the plan here?
Yeah,
I just
cool.
want to convince
Yeah,
him to leave.
that doesn't require a check. You're able to empty a vial or a small bottle pretty easily. And yeah, if you have a flask of oil, you can go ahead and take that out of your inventory.
Cool.
And use that as like a little jug to blow on.
Great.
What are the rest of you doing right now? Kitlin, Dominic, are you kind of just like waiting to see what happens, or are you trying to get in on the ruse some?
Oh, man. I think I'm just going to be sitting and waiting to see what's happening. I'm the bodyguard for the group. Is basically what I'm going to go with. I'm the only one in actual armor.
Okay, cool.
Uh,
Right.
so I will pull out my blue, black, and purple feathers that I got from the Goblin Cave, and I'll put those into my hat for some festive hat wear. And I'll get out my 3 small leather pouches, and maybe I'll try to scoop up some dirt to give him some weight and attempt to get ready to juggle 3 small leather pouches.
Nice.
Okay, so you kind
Love it.
of start to prepare that. Bernie, you try to make a real quick instrument. Ku, you're casting some magic to get Staris ready as you no doubt she will be the main attraction of this makeshift group. Um, and you're all kind of just like waiting for a moment and figuring this out. But yeah, Bernie, you kind of find a moment to just get Stars alone. If you want to talk, and you see at this time, some of the red brands are starting to trickle out, and you see
Okay.
2, 3, like there's a bigger group now starting to fill up on the porch. But you
Okay.
have like just a minute if you want to try to finish this conversation before you think your audience may start to get restless.
Okay. Are we just are we playing and leaving, or are we trying
I'm
to?
just trying to convince him to leave. If we can get Kieran to get all of his guys out of here, then that's them gone.
Oh, but you think they're just gonna leave like that? Haven't they run this town for a minute?
Well, we can only try. That's the best we can do.
All right. I'll keep on playing.
So we play a jaunty tune.
Okay.
And I'll
So
juggle my
Kieran
pouches.
is charmed and regards us as a friendly acquaintance.
Correct. That's yep, which is why he's talking to you and not trying to remove your head from your shoulders right now.
Yep. True.
So you see now kind of where you guys are in relation to the inn. There's about half a dozen red brands just kind of sitting, leaning on the porch rail, leaning up against the wall. Just a few of them like, what the fuck is going on right now? And here kind of looks over his shoulder again. Well, looks like everybody's here. And about that time, one more guy kind of like stumbles around the corner, clearly drunk, a little bit of piss on his leg. It looks like he probably just got done like peeing on a tree somewhere. And you see him like wipe his pant leg. He's like, oh, this is a show. And kind of like comes and like drunkenly leans on the building. And Kieran says, correction, now everybody's here. Men, you've all been working very hard. We have some entertainment for you all to enjoy. And there's like soft, like, who are these people? And Kiernan kind of just gestures to you all and lays his axe on his lap and leans forward, giving you the floor.
Nice. So yeah, Stars plays a lively tune, singing about the beauty of nature and the open road, and like living life to the fullest.
Great.
Okay. You can roll me a performance check with advantage because Bernie is helping you, and guidance because Ku is giving you the guidance. Kitland, I also want you to make a performance check for your juggling routine separately.
All right, here we go.
Wow.
Pretty good.
Let's
Hey.
put it
Is
back in the
wild.
field.
Nat 20,
Oh,
baby. Nat 20, dude.
Hey, God, what is happening?
Joe didn't
Juggling is so
waste it this
good.
time.
They are moved by Kitlin's juggling.
We look like fucking Cirque du Soleil.
Doris steps forward and starts to sing,
Oh
and it's
my
this
God.
like beautiful like swelling note. And as she's like about to like hit like the climax of this note that like leads into the melody, Kitlin just kind of like bumbles forward and like tumbles and then gets back up and starts like juggling all these things, and like the crowd just starts roaring with laughter and finds it absolutely hilarious. And then like kind of goes in the background and like Stars, you try to start again, and like right as you're about to get into it in the same spot, Caitlin like comes back forward and interrupts again, and like the crowd just gets into it, and you kind of do this little bit for a while, and then finally, and the crowd is just in stitches, and they're like getting entertained. You see even Kiernan is kind of like cracking a smile at this like goofy little clowning routine that Caitlin just pulled out of nowhere for you guys. And then finally, there's a moment where the bit kind of reaches its natural end. You kind of milked it for what it's worth, and then Staris, as the laughter dies, the song starts, and there's still a few chuckles and some people talking about, oh, these guys are actually pretty good. But who the fuck are they for real? And the chatter quickly dies by the time Staris like gets to the first chorus, as everybody is just captivated by her voice and the melody and the way that she chooses just the right notes, just the right time. And as the song begins to reach the end, all the while Bernie in the background keeping a steady rhythm.
My face is turning red a little bit at this point.
Kind of getting out of breath a little bit. Actually, yeah, roll me a Constitution check real quick, Bernie, just to see
if you pass
I
out.
wasn't made for this. Constitution saving throw.
just a check, just a D20
Oh.
with plus your Constitution modifier.
Oh, hang on. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's the same.
cool.
It doesn't
Yeah,
look
it
like
is.
you're
It is.
proficient in it.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're good. You get a little but you got those tough dwarven lungs. You're able to power
Right.
through.
Mhm.
By the end of the song, like there's a
Steady.
few of these like
Steady.
rugged, tough, brutal men and women with armor that's clearly seen battle, weapons that have clearly taken lives, scars that tell these vicious, violent stories, and several of them are weeping by the end of this song as they are literally moved to tears by this stunning performance. And by the end of it, the what was like a soft, meager applause for you when you were introduced is now like full blown, like clapping, whistling, cheering. They have been thoroughly entertained. All of this has taken, Staris, about 20-25 minutes. So
Okay.
you're almost halfway through your charm person spell.
Okay. Cool. Very good. Cyrus asks, I guess, yeah, the song finishes.
Mhm.
Everyone seems moved.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't know that was a question. Yes. Everybody's like cheering. They're tossing. A few coins have gotten tossed into the dirt, like near your feet. The drunk guy suddenly has like a full flagon of ale again. And a few of them are like, oh, more drink. And you see like a few of them are starting to kind of like one or two are kind of going inside. The rest of some of them are still clapping, whistling. A few are kind of hanging out, like hoping to maybe get a chance to meet you. But it seems like a lot of them are taking their like what they're going to do off of Kiernan.
Right.
And right now Kiernan seems entertained, but he is like just fully transfixed on you, Staris.
Yes. So Starry says, Kieran, could we have a private word?
He looks at you, he looks at his men. Yeah, I guess we could do that. Come inside, I got a room. The rest of your friends can wait out here.
All right.
He gets up at this point, picks up his battle axe, and the one that had kind of stayed on the porch with the crossbow, you see he kind of like stops and like whispers something to him. And he goes, "Men, I hope you enjoyed your entertainment for the evening. No one but the branded are allowed inside, with the exception, of course, of our. I'm sorry, I don't even think we're properly introduced yet. What do you call yourself, elf?"
Stars. Stars Cinderella.
Star Centralia is allowed permittance, our wonderful inn for tonight. And this gets a few like, ooh, and he is immediately like, shut up. And just like shuts it down. Any kind of like joking or prodding that would have maybe come with him inviting a younger female into his chambers alone. He's instantly just like one look. He doesn't even say anything, and any kind of like little like snickering under their breath is just silenced. And you see, he kind of whisper something to the red brand that had the crossbow and stayed pretty much at their position the entire time. And he kind of like goes into the saloon and then stops at the entrance and like holds one of the saloon doors open and stares back at you, Staris.
Awesome. So you have gotten so much from this town. It's really time for you to go. I think it's best that you take your
You're
men
on the
on the
front
front
porch right
porch.
now. Are you having this conversation in front of everybody, or are you following him inside the inn?
Oh, I guess I'm following inside. Sorry, I've zoomed into the
Got it. Cool. You guys all see Staris just walk inside the sleeping
think
giant,
I,
and
I
as all the other red brands start to pile in as well. Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Bernie.
no, I just think instinctively, Bernie like looks at Staris as she walks, starts to walk away and just kind of reaches out just a little bit with her hand and like tries to give her a look, but I guess notices that Staris has already like made up her mind.
Kind of committed.
Yeah, and just I give her a nod, and yeah, and I would like to actually kind of move if I can while she's moving towards him. Can I like move backwards and kind of casually make my way over to these bushes?
Yeah, that's fine. You can kind of like head that way because you're like still in sight. And these are trees. These are like tall trees. You're just seeing the tops of them.
I
So
think
it's not like a big. It's not like a Fortnite bush you could go and hide in.
sure.
That
I
makes
think Batterney just yells at, "Oh, all that performing! I got to take a leak," and then she walks back and behind the tree over here.
That's good. I like that.
I'll join you.
What is it? Keep together, stay together.
All right, Kitland, I wasn't going to ask Bernie for a deception check, because nobody wants to question it. But when you do it, I'm gonna ask you for one.
That's so
Okay.
funny.
Oof.
10.
10. The one who had stayed on the porch, and I'll start to clean up this map in just a second. As you start to go off, he just says, "Hey, one at a time," to you, Kitland.
Gotcha.
Kind of basically telling you to stop. You see Staris follow Kiernan inside, and several other Red Brand follow suit. The one that Kiernan whispered to stays outside. The drunken one kind of makes it like halfway up the steps and then sits down. And then you see like two others kind of hang out outside. But three of the Red Brands and Kiernan retreat inside with Staris. Are you guys doing anything out here other than maybe urinating on a tree?
Once I get behind the tree, as far as I can, or like where I think that I have some good cover. Oh, give me 2 seconds. Sorry, I just need to look at the speed really quickly of something. Okay. Um, yeah, Bernie's gonna move behind the trees, and then as soon as she feels like she has enough cover, quickly transform into her golden cat form one more time.
Okay, cool. Make me a
DM,
stealth check.
while I was,
Yes.
we see Bernie going back there and can kind of,
You see her walking away. We'll see what you perceive after she rolls the stealth check.
okay, yeah,
Okay. 14.
What's your passive?
14.
Perception?
Yeah, 14.
Okay. So let's see. I want to see one more thing before I. I'm sorry, guys. It was a long weekend. I'm a little out of it tonight.
Oh, no worries.
It's
I'm
all
hanging in
good.
there though.
Yeah,
We
same.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate you guys. Do I have a? Okay, cool. Yeah. So you slink behind the tree, Bernie. And Dominic, you kind of catch Bernie as she does it, and you see like the back of her leg start to turn, like
Okay.
her foot kind of like elongates, like it's turning into like an animal like shape. So you start to get a sense of what she's doing.
I'm gonna kind of move forward gingerly and be like, "Hey, Merc to Merc, do you guys want to play some cards?" And I'm just gonna pull out a pack of cards.
Awesome. Roll
Okay.
me a persuasion check.
It's a 4. Gross.
Um, they all kind of like look at each other like the cool kids at the lunch table, and like the nerd just has to sit with them,
Got
and
it.
then like look back at you, and they're like, "No, keep your coin." And the drunk guy on the set's like, "I'll play."
Cool. I'll go up to the drunk guy. Awesome. Let's play.
Cool. Yeah, he's like, all right, what's the card game? Do you want to play uh, We Three Kings? Do you want to play Chasing the Pony? Do you want to play, and he kind of like falls over a little bit and hiccups
Yep.
really hard.
Yep. What's
We
your
could play We
favorite?
Three
Let's play
Kings.
your favorite.
Okay, let's play We Three Kings. That's my favorite.
Sounds great. And so I'm just trying to like
Okay.
make it big show of just like keeping their eyes on me.
Okay, cool. Do you actually play cards with this guy?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Awesome. We'll resolve that in a second. It, uh, Kitlin, you quickly realize that you're probably not going to get an opportunity to go pee. What's your passive perception?
12.
12. Um, oh, okay. Yeah, so you're just kind of waiting for Bernie to come back, and like a little bit of time starting to go by, and you're like, wait, where did she go? But you are starting to realize that she's up to something. You're not quite
Mhm.
sure what, and that you probably won't get your quote unquote chance to slip away. At least not with this guy who's clearly keeping an eye on you.
Yeah. Um,
Do I see the cat?
What's your passive? Or roll me a perception check. Cool.
Ooh.
Oh.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. You start to look around, and you see kind of like dart out from the tree this small like golden haired cat.
Ooh.
Little fluffy. I'm gonna have to make a token for that, Bernie.
Yes. Yeah, long-haired golden
I'm gonna have to
cat.
make a token for all your little critters.
Yes.
Speaking of critters, where is Pamela?
she's in the stables.
Oh, you left her there. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I,
back at
I can remember.
Um, if it's okay, I think at this point, after transforming, Bernie kind of runs out really quickly and rubs the leg of Kitland and lets out just the softest like mew. And then I'd like to dart over to this window if I can to check and see if it's open, but do it stealthily. I don't want anybody to see me if possible.
Yeah. Roll me a stealth check using the cat's abilities.
Come on, come on. +4. Nice.
Nice. 19.
Okay.
Yeah, 19.
You are able to quickly dart over to that side of the building. There's a cat token now that you can move. I know it's not
Yay.
golden, but
That's awesome.
I
Thank
had.
you.
We'll go ahead and reveal the inside of the inn now. Oh, inside of the inn now. For you, Stars. So Staros, as you walk in with Kieran, you see he walks straight back to a door at the far end of the bar. Um, Most of these guys that came in just take a seat at the table near the front and resume. You see that they're actually playing a game of cards at the table that they resume. There's several coins scattered and a couple of flagons of ale. And kind of just ignore you as Kieran walks to the back of the room and expects you to follow. And once more, kind of holds the door uh, open, but this time just walks into the space and doesn't wait for you. Leaves the door open though, right here in the
Okay.
back. You can also see there's like a big table, a bar. There's what looks like another small service station. You see a door here that seems to lead like into like the back, presumably like where a kitchen would probably be or some storeroom. Um, there's the front door where you came in, and then you see two other doors, one here and one here where Kieran went. Um, the one that is directly across from you is the one that is currently open.
Over there. I cannot move my token.
Oh, you can't? Shit, sorry. Can everyone else move their token or no?
I can move mine. Yeah.
Oh, I can move it now. Okay. She follows back. Are there windows to see on the
Okay.
outside? What's
Nope.
are they
The
just
only windows
doors?
you see
Okay,
are two windows here and a window here. Yeah, this is all
got it.
wall along here. It seems as this door is open, you can kind of what appears to be like a hallway back there,
Mhm.
which probably leads to the rooms at the end.
Gotcha.
As you follow
Yeah.
behind, you step into oops, reveal the rest. You see a hallway. There are several doors connected to it. This door right here in the middle of the hallway is open.
Oh, it's fun.
And you see just a small
That's fun.
bedroom. Um, Kieran goes inside. He like leans his axe up against the wall, turns. Uh, there's like a small table, a chair, a small like wardrobe, and a bed. Um, pretty standard fare for an inn. As you walk through the space, though, you notice a couple of things. You notice a kind of the newness and the meticulous kind of craftsmanship of the building. You remember, of course, that this was built by a man who was recently killed by the Red Brands, a man named Feldinjar, who was the
Mhm.
town's carpenter. But he built this in, and you can kind of see that newness and that craftsmanship just in the space, and like the way the tables and chairs are built, but the way the walls are crafted. It's nice. It looks like it would be a nice inn. And as you walk down the hallway, you see several doors. Like this would accommodate much more people than the Stonehill has rooms for. If this town did want to become, uh, you know, a more thriving community, this could be a very flourishing, nice place to stay. But you also see another layer on top of that, which is sort of the grime and the messiness and the disrespect that this place has been shown by the Redbirds staying here for several weeks, it seems now. Messes, empty flagons everywhere. You can smell like ale, stale ale, and like piss in here. It's just kind of gross. Um, and as you walk into the room is surprisingly well kept, mostly because it's just super bare. Kiernan seems to be a man who lives very simply. One thing of note you do see as you walk into this room is on his table, you see a small piece of wrought iron, maybe 12 to 14 inches long, that on one end has a handle, and on the other end has like a small symbol. Roll me a perception check, Doris.
Perception check. Okay. 4.
As you walk into the space and you see this weird instrument on the table, Kieran says, "So, You have something you want to talk about in private? What's on your mind? And pulls your attention away from the strange implement.
Gotcha. Is this a window?
Yes, you do see a window just behind him.
Very good.
There's
Yes,
like
of
a
course.
dresser adjacent to it, and the window actually has like some curtains pulled over it, so you can't actually see outside.
Gotcha. Do you mind if I open this window?
Yes, I do.
Ah. How about if I just can I pull the curtain back?
I know you don't know me, Staris Syndralia. I am a man who is not known for his patience. If you have a point, I suggest you quickly approach it. Or if you don't, we can talk about things I'd like to discuss. But I will do you this kindness and give you a chance to say your piece. Otherwise, we will soon be done here. Am I understood?
Of course, a man with little patience must be on his way. Which I think you should. You need to leave this life behind you because it does not suit you. You've done plenty for this town.
Leave this life behind because it doesn't suit me. I think
And
this life suits me very well.
but to give
So
it a
why would
chance to
I
build a
walk
better
away
one,
from something
because there's more out there than
better?
this, than hurting people. You could build something. You could grow. You could be better.
You're funnier than the juggler. Listen to me, little one. I have no interest in building anything for this world or making anything better for this world. The only thing I am interested in is making things better for me. And you know how I do that, Elf? I do that by surrounding myself with people who are loyal and strong and willing to do what is necessary and take what they want to take and hurt who they want to hurt. Because there is only one truth in this world. Nobody deserves anything. You get what you get. And speaking of loyal men, 4 of mine left here an hour ago and have yet to return. I want to know where they are. So I'll make a deal with you, Staris Syndralia. You tell me where they are honestly. And I will let you go die somewhere else, while your friends' lives make up for the ones that I am missing.
I'm not sure where your friends are.
Roll me a deception check.
20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, this will be contested against Kieran's insight. I rolled a natural 17 with a plus 0.
Scared me for a second. Jesus.
Yep.
He stares at you for a good minute. believe you, elf. My offer stands. I have no quarrel with you. I wish you no harm. You are free to go build what you want to build and make this world a better place. My men's lives are lost, and I will find out what happened. Anything else?
I wish you changed your mind, but thank you for your time.
Help yourself to some ale. Play some cards. You're welcome to stay for as long as you'd like. My men will bring you no harm. I cannot say the same is necessarily true for your friends. You may wish to let them know before they get themselves hurt. Now, I have a very boring wizard to go speak to. So if you'll excuse me. And he starts to get up and grab his axe and exit from the room.
Message received. Ooh, Stars gets the fuck out of there.
Cool. Before you guys see Staris come out of the tavern, what are the? I appreciate your urgency. What are the rest of you guys doing? Bernie, you had just snuck to the other side of the building. Nobody saw you. Everyone else kind of hanging out. Dominic, you're playing cards.
Yep, playing cards with drunk guy.
I would just like to attempt to crawl. Is the window open that I'm looking at?
None of the windows seem opened.
Can I jump up onto the windowsill or climb up rather and attempt to see if there's some sort of unlocking mechanism or something? In my mind, Stars is still in there, so I think Bernie's trying to try whatever she can just to like get inside, basically.
Gotcha. Roll me an investigation with, I believe you keep your like mental stats as a druid. This isn't polymorph.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, roll me an investigation check.
10.
You scan the building looking for some kind of, entry point, some kind of open window, a hole in the siding that maybe you can squeeze into, a door that, maybe someone forgot and you just aren't able to find a way inside. You get the sense that while these mercenaries seem, some of them seem drunk and some of them seem maybe a little simple-minded. They are a bit professional, and so this place is a little locked down.
Got it. Shoot. Okay. Well, I think that I would do a lap around the building just to be like doubly
Okay,
sure. Just
cool.
checking everything I can, and then end up on the other side. Whenever that seems reasonable. On the other
I
side of the
think
building over here.
we'll keep the stealth check, so you're able to do it unnoticed. But we're also going to keep the investigation check. So even as you go around the
Yep.
building, you do find a door here, but no way to get inside. You see several windows along the building, but again, no way into them. Another door in the back here that seems to lead, to like a service entrance or maybe like a back entrance to where storage or the kitchen is kept. Um, and also obviously they have like their shed
Mm-hmm.
in the back as well. Um, there's like choke points, a few houses nearby, all appear abandoned. Um, but yeah, no way in. You do spot a chimney uh up like near the roof here. But you don't see. You could attempt to try to climb up the house and get in that way, but that would require some checks to see if you're able to manage your way up there as a cat.
I gotcha. I think I'll hold off for now and just kind of wait a couple more minutes. Again, with the idea that like if Stars doesn't come out, then that's my next move, basically.
Gotcha. Cool. Um, Dominic, you're playing cards with the drunk man. You're playing a game that I actually really, really enjoy playing in D&D. I think I'll save really getting into the rules with it until we can actually get more active players playing it.
Cool.
But essentially, it's like a 3 card poker. Uh, um, uh, if we were to play, we would roll 3d6, and
Yep.
then we could keep, 1 or 2, and then roll, another 3d6, or roll, whichever ones we don't keep. 4, 5, 6 is the best hand you can get. 1, 2, 3 is the worst hand you can get.
Yep.
And then it's 3 of a kind, 2 of a kind, high. The only weird thing is that ones are the highest. So it would be like if 4, 5, 6 is the absolute best hand, 2, 3, 4 is nothing. That's not a hand. And then 1, 2, 3 is the worst hand. 4, 5, 6 is the best hand. Then the next best hand would be 1, 1, 1, and
Okay.
then 6, 6, 6, 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, and then 1, 1, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, and then 6, 5, 4 high, I guess.
Yeah. Got it.
3. So yeah. But let's just do a good old classic game of rollies. How much would you be willing to wager with said drunkard? We'll say it could be anywhere from 3 silver to 20 silver.
We'll go 6 silver, just down the middle.
6
All right.
silver?
Yeah,
All
we'll go
right,
6
it's a
silver.
straight D20 roll, no modifiers, highest takes all. Rollies!
Oh,
What did I get? I
yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Add 6 silver to your inventory.
Cool.
And as you kind of finish, like 4 or 5 hands of this, Dominic, you see Bernie come out of the inn, in a bit of a panic, a little bit of a rush step, just kind of kicks through the saloon doors, and you see Bernie standing on the top step. You see Dominic is playing cards with a drunk guy. Caitlin and Koo are just kind of standing anxiously around. You don't see Bernie as you come out, Staris.
They see stars come out.
Yes,
we
everybody
do see
sees Staris
stars.
come out of the building.
Okay. Very good. All right. Well, it was worth a shot. That didn't pan out the way I thought it was going to.
Mhm. Well, you tried.
Oh, and I guess point of order, Bernie, we'll say rewind just a little bit. As you were
Oh, yeah.
coming around the house, make me one more stealth check.
Okay. We'll get +4. Nice. That's gonna be 18
Nice.
plus 4, so
22.
22.
As you like kind of round the corner here, we'll say you see Kiernan come out this way,
Oh.
out this door, and he doesn't see you, and then just kind of starts making his way. Nope.
Whoa, he got huge.
Warped in time.
It's making his-
Falls into a black hole.
Oh no!
It starts making his way towards we'll say towards the west,
Oh shit.
towards and as you kind of look like in the direction he's going, you see he's headed towards the hill that has like this dilapidated
the
manor that's
ruins.
basically completely fallen apart and ruined.
Oh.
That's the direction he's headed.
Oh boy.
So and then so you kind of watch him do that as you like make your way around and keep scoping out the spot. And we'll
Okay.
say that's when you kind of like finish coming around and see Staris
Okay.
pop out through the front doors.
Okay, great. Cool.
So yeah, maybe you had this like heart beating moment, like, he left. Where's my girl? Where's my girl? And you're like running around the house, like guys, Staris.
Yours. Yeah, Bernie just kind of like casually trots around the corner, but doesn't want to join back up in the group. Instead, she kind of makes a beeline to go back here and try just to get back in the brush again so that she's not seen with the rest of the group.
Okay, I'm gonna ask for one more stealth check.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna fail this one. Oh, wait. That was
Right?
not right. I didn't roll a d20 on that. Oh, wait. I guess I did.
You did,
That was-
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. D20. So that was a. What did I get? I got a
You
2
got a
plus
2,
4.
yeah.
I got a
Yeah.
6.
Oh,
The drunk guy goes, "Hey, Kitty!" As Bernie kind of makes the dash across as you're finishing and taking your, the coin that you won, Dom. You turn over your shoulder and you see this golden hair calf darting across the ground as the drunk guy points it out, and you see the red brand that's just kind of had his crossbow at the ready, just like hip fire,
Oh,
fires a bolt
Ah.
at it.
oh,
So he is going to attack with disadvantage because he's like, it's like a cocky show off shot. It's not like he didn't like shoulder it and like really try to aim to see if he hits it.
oh my god.
Oh, God.
God,
Okay.
if he hits you, it's gonna be wild.
My AC is
Yep.
12. And I have 2 hit points. So,
Awesome. All right.
oh, God. Yeah.
Does an 11 hit?
Oh,
No, 11 doesn't hit. That's
Ah.
short.
What's your AC?
12.
Oh, I rolled 7 plus 4. Yeah, so he like just like from the hip, like doesn't like raise the crossbow all the way, just fires, and it goes like straight towards Bernie, and you were able to like make it behind this tree as it just
I think
like
that
hits the
also,
trunk.
yeah, Bernie like eyes go wide and she runs a little faster. Then right before she gets to the tree and the arrows miss, she turns back at the men and hisses really loud, as loud as she can, and then she goes behind the tree.
Nice, yeah, just and then like slithers out of the way. But you all see like this, red brand just take a shot at a cat you all recognize now as your friend. Just narrowly being missed. But yeah, Stars, you come out. Everyone, you see your friend emerge from the inn, seemingly unscathed.
That didn't
What do you
quite
want to do?
go as I had hoped. Uh, but it was worth a try. I just learned the spell. Did I just see Bernie?
yeah. No, she's talking not to me. So I'm gonna kind of look over my shoulder at the guy that
Well-
shot the shot and kind of go, "Way to go! That was a good one."
You're getting slower, I think, Simdal. He just kind of like groans, like growls a little bit, doesn't really say anything, mumbles to himself.
I guess Star speaks to both Dom and Q. Well, I at least know what's on the inside waiting for us. Do you guys want to regroup and figure out what we want to do?
I think that makes the most sense.
I think
All
it's
right,
good.
let's go this way.
And I'm gonna stand up and say, "Oh well, the rest of the troop is leaving. Friend, that was a good game. Good game. What's your name again?"
My name's Ira.
Ira. Well, nice chatting
Yeah.
with you and good game. Maybe we'll play again sometime.
Maybe not. You took my silver. Alright, go inside before I'm gonna be sick. More ale! And he manages to pick himself up off the stairs and goes back inside. The other red brands kind of watch as you go and start to make their way inside. The one that they kept calling what did I fucking name him? Simdal. He continues to stay outside. And you see him actually kind of loading up another crossbow bolt. And you guys start to leave and make your way towards where would you like to go?
Behind
Probably.
these bushes?
I wouldn't say behind the bushes. I'd say down the cobblestone way a little bit is probably what I'd say. Not too far, but
the road.
kind of outside of their purview. Because if we're just
Yeah, so
huddling
this
behind a
is-
bush, that's a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
weird.
Yeah, that's fair.
Gonna keep going east towards
Let's
the
just go that way.
hilltop.
Yeah, no, we'll probably go.
Ah,
I'd say we go towards town.
and then circle back or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Um,
All right.
and
So
I'm
you
just
make
gonna
your way
kinda
back towards. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say I'm just gonna trail along, but I'm still in my kitty cat form for
I'd
the moment.
say as far
Okay.
as I'd go is probably this building right here. Kind of just like
Okay.
take cover in that building right there.
Cool. Yeah, so you got kind of the town square, about a half a block away. You've got the Stonehill Inn, just a few doors down from where you are. And yeah, there's kind of like a rougher looking house that uh, uh, is like, yeah, just completely, ruinous. Uh, Not many people on the street right now. It is, uh, oh fuck, does anybody remember what time of day Oh, it was like sunset, right? It was like
Yeah.
orange, like dusky as
Yeah.
you guys were approaching.
Yes.
So we'll say it's like not dark. It's like not like daylight isn't completely ended yet, but it's getting very close, right? You're at the last thresholds of dusk. Doris, you cast Charm Person about 50 minutes ago.
Yeah. As we're walking, Starish does mention he said he was gonna go see a wizard about something.
A wizard, you say? I didn't know there was any wizards in town.
Yeah, I'm not
Ooh.
sure, but that dragonborn is pure evil.
Well, that definitely gives us a reason to get rid of these red brands as soon as possible. But that Dragonborn is that guy's bad news.
Doris, I'm assuming you tell the party of your conversation with um Kiernan, unless there's
Yeah.
anything you'd like to withhold or not share or
No. Yeah, I tried to convince him. I thought I could. I said it earlier, but this spell is new to me. I wasn't sure exactly how it was gonna work.
Hey.
Right. Is he gonna know that you put that spell on him once it wears
Yeah,
off?
yeah, he will, but I don't think.
Sorry, you broke up there. You don't.
Oh yeah, I don't think he would have been friendly to us at
No,
all.
that
I
was a
imagine
good
he's gonna be even less friendly now that he knows you put a spell on him. Yeah.
well, I mean, I counted 7 of his men plus him is 8. I mean, we might be able to take him down if he's alone, but there's no way that we'd be able to do that. Take him down and his people. There's no way.
Right. And he's in the office with all of them right now. Yeah.
That's the last time we saw him, right, Stars? He was still in there when you left?
He was still inside when I left.
At this point, I will say that Bernie's gone to find a little alleyway again, and you all just see like a very dim little light, and then she's gonna, she's gonna drop her shapeshift and come wandering out, kind of like shaking her head a little bit and running her fingers through her beard and kind of trying to straighten up a little bit, looking a little, scruffled up or whatever. And she comes out and kind of knocks her head to either side. I don't think I'm ever going to get used to that. It's a strange one.
That
Nothing
was a
like
good,
turning into something that's a eighth of your size.
was a good idea there, Bernie. I figured out what you were trying to do when you went behind that tree to take a piss.
I was just Staris. I'm so glad you're okay. I trust you with everything, and I should have trusted you from the start, knowing that you could do what you could do. But I was just a little worried. I couldn't find a way in, but I will say, as I rounded the house, coming back the other way, I did see Kiernan leave, and he left up towards that ruin on the hill. I'm not sure what's up there.
You saw him leave? He didn't come out the front door.
No, he left towards the ruins.
Do you think that's where that wizard is, Star?
It must be.
Well, how's everybody feeling? This might be our opportunity to get rid of his men before he gets back and then lay an ambush.
Right. What if we just got rid of him
I was like, or follow
before
him.
he gets back to his men?
Problem is that we're going to have to go past their hideout to get to him if he's up at the ruins.
We also have to think about the wizard if we go up there.
Yeah, and if they're chummy, that would be bad news.
I don't know who would want to be chummy with that man.
You know him?
Well, the town master wasn't chummy with him. I use the word chummy loosely.
Do we know the wizard? Sorry, above table?
No, this is the first time we've heard of the
Yep.
wizard.
Yeah, no. We could just follow him. I mean, he's gonna come back, and maybe catch him by surprise on the road.
Right, there's a field with long grass that I've been shortcutting through to get to the stables. We could maybe cut around through there.
Aye, that's not a bad idea. Ambush him on the road.
Sounds good to me.
Kitland, I will say, one of the times that you were shortcutting, through this way, you also noticed that the Red Brands would use it as a route as they went to go extort Elmira Barthen. So while you do know like a way where you could potentially sneak around, you are also aware that they are aware of that path.
Cool, and I'll share that with the group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the consensus of the group, I just think we need to get rid of these guys sooner rather than later. And thinning out his herd is going to make it easier for us to take him down without having to watch our backs and our front.
Agreed.
Well, should we put it to a vote then? Go after him or go after the crew?
If we take out him, do you think would they? I feel like that would weaken them.
I mean, he's the one that still has the message stone, correct? What if he has a message stone with his group? We ambush him, he messages them, and they can't get us from behind him. Now we are sandwiched between bad guys.
But aren't there only
Two.
two stones?
Oh well, Ku Iso,
Mm-hmm.
roll me an Arcana check.
I know about that.
Ku can
Eight.
confirm that
Mhm.
sending stones only work in a pair.
Mm.
Good job, Ku.
Thank
Woo.
you.
Good
And we
job,
have it.
Ku. And we have one of them.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean
So-
that they don't have multiple sets. I'm just worried about if we take too big of a bite and we get ambushed while trying to ambush. Is
Aye, but the other
there a
problem is
way that everybody can get away safely if something like that were to happen?
potentially.
Yes.
So 2 of the 5 of us?
I will say, I think I'd rather go for the snake's head first and deal with the rest of the snake if it comes, rather than go for the rest of the snake and then the head shows up.
I agree. Right.
Yeah.
That sounds like
All
we'd
right.
be
Well,
pretty beat up.
I concede. I am outvoted. Let's go with your plan then.
Would you want to go the way that I know, or should we try a new way south?
Hey, Caitlin, I think if we've got a good way, then maybe we should just go along with it. We might encounter a few, but I don't know. What do y'all think?
I honestly think that they're all at the inn right now, so we should be safe going
Aye.
through the way that Kitlin knows.
That's a good point.
It is getting dark. We could use that to our advantage. And hopefully we don't run into any sneaky types out there that we don't know about.
Well, if we're gonna go, we best get on the way, right?
We need to make the decision now. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm in. I've got you covered from range.
All
All
right.
right. Let's-
Just so if we're, let me get my little pointer out. We are. How do I do the circles?
Right
On the
click
map?
and hold.
Click
Oh.
click and hold. So you guys are like
Okay.
right here. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that was cool.
So the restaurant is which building?
This one.
The blue, yep, the blue roofed one right next to you. You can kind of
Uh,
see it from where you are. You're hidden and off the road, but you have a good vantage of it.
would it be? Has it been the full time for the grease out arrows to soak in the back in that little barrel or
It's
whatever?
been several hours since you've left them there, so if they have had more business, it is possible that there could be more arrows. It's right now, it's like we'll say like 8:30. Like it's dark now. The
Yeah, I
sun
don't
has
think I've
gone
got time for that.
down,
I'm gonna just
officially
leave them to
nighttime.
soak.
Um, so like the so-called dinner rush, I guess, hasn't happened yet. So like there's the potential that even more could come if you wait now, but you know what I mean? You could go now,
Yeah, yeah.
take your shot. You could wait later, take your
Uh,
shot.
I'll wait. I'll
You
wait for
had
later.
5, I believe, that were fully submerged in grease, and you left another
5 in there. It
5
was
to
it was
see
10
if you
total.
could, yeah, to see. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Right. I knew that. I mean, I knew that. I have that written down right here.
Of course you do, because you're a great DM.
I do have it written down somewhere. All right, so you guys are gonna try to use the way Kitlin has kind of snuck through the fields of Elmira's like pastures to make your way uh, out to like the northernmost part where like the ruins of the old town that you can see that Delverton was built upon. Make your way to the ruins and then follow those back to the main road, which you'll eventually hit. That should lead up to the manor. That's the
Cool.
route you guys have kind of mapped out. So go ahead, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a group stealth check as you guys kind of make your way. You are taking a much longer route to get there, so it's probably going to take you like what would be a 20-minute walk from here to like where the path up the hill begins. Is probably going to take you like 45 minutes to an hour as you kind of go this long way and really take your time moving. And as you guys kind of start, to follow Kitlin down this trail, Staris, you feel that connection, that pull you had over Kiernan fade as the spell has come to an end.
Mhm.
So, with all of you,
He
if you
knows.
want to do anything to
He
try to
knows.
to boost this in any way, you're more than welcome to. But everyone, make me a stealth check as you
Sweet.
make your
I'll
way
look to
towards the base.
Q for
Guidance.
guidance.
Nice.
Who are you guiding? You
Nice.
can only do one
I
person, and this is going to be a group check.
I'm gonna give bardic inspiration
Like,
to you. You need this to Dom.
Okay.
okay,
Cool.
And Q, who are you
Dom gets
giving?
Bardic.
I'll give this to Bernie.
Sick. Thank you.
Bardic
Okay.
is a D4, right?
Bardic is a D6.
D6. Okay, perfect.
Oh,
Plus,
gosh.
Stealth. Let's go.
I think a
11 total for
14.
me.
14's good.
17.
I'm not going to use
I
the
got a
Bardic.
3.
You can use, so we have the
Okay.
gold dice. Remember that. We do have the golden dice.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down.
I mean, we have a 14, a 17, and 11.
2 11s.
11.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and this is a group check. So, I mean,
Yep.
that could be good enough that we were just holding, basically pushing Ku and just kind of like, go, 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 go.
Are you going to use the golden die?
No.
Do it. Ah!
Yeah. No, I think that's a good call because,
Okay.
I mean, everybody's above 30. I mean, we above 10, except
Yeah.
for Ku. So, I mean, I feel like that's a good call because we might need that against Kiernan.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys make your way through these trails, and Kitten, you're kind of in the lead as you're leading everyone through. It's going pretty well. There's a lot of you. It's hard not to make a little noise. You get the sensation that if someone was out here looking for you, it'd probably be easy to spot you. But luckily, it doesn't seem like anybody's really out on these trails. Your intuition was correct. Most of the mercenaries seem to be at the Sleeping Giant Inn. They got a little bit of an entertainment tonight. You know, the boss is away. So it does seem like nobody's out doing rounds, patrolling, anything like that. And you make it to the wall, and as you get to the wall, you can actually see, even though it's dark out, um, it, you kind of get away from the town. And when I say the wall, there's like this maybe waist high crumbling stone perimeter that kind of stretches all around Delverton, and it's these ruins from an ancient city that used to exist here that no longer is, and just seemed like a great spot for this frontier town to plant its roots and try to grow something. And you get a great view of like kind of the countryside, and just a little bit of the quiet. You can hear the cicadas and crickets. Um, you kind of follow the hill. I'm sorry, you follow the wall, and you see the hill in the distance where the manor is. And you can kind of see this winding road that comes down the steep path up to get to it, to what must have been this immaculate, beautiful mansion back in the day. And you see the large moon in the sky, kind of backlighting the manor, and the trail of comets that kind of follow in the wake of the moon, that are always there. The tears of Saloon, as many
Mm.
people refer to them. And you start to the last little bit of this is kind of a big open cross to the road. You've been walking for about 40 minutes now. You haven't really seen anyone. And you're still making your way stealthily. There's no one out. And as you make your way to the road, you see coming down, standing in your way on the path towards the manor, the silhouette of a dragonborn.
Yay.
And that is where we are going to take our break for tonight while
Yay.
I quickly make a map for this encounter.
Perfect timing, because
Oh.
I'm gonna go say goodnight to the kids.
Nice.
Give me
Prison rules.
like 15-ish minutes and jump back in at 9 and we'll do this thing.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thanks,
See y'all
guys.
soon.
Bear later.
Yeah, see you in a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When do you want me to have that installed?
It's
I can't remember that.
all singing. Everybody's singing.
Singing, everybody's singing.
God dang, if we are not
Singing
part of the
time.
family.
God dang.
So tonight's session has been really fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I hope you guys are enjoying it too. But tonight's session, when I initially planned it, was, here's the thing we're gonna do, and I was like, oh wait, Stars did something, so I guess it could be something else. And tonight it was something else, and I'm really glad it was. 'Cause I feel like this was way better. This was way better than what I had planned. I'm not gonna lie.
Did what you
Yeah,
had
that
planned
bad
have the
guy
letters
speech was
T,
sick.
P, and K in it?
Well, the night is young. What'd you say, Joe?
The bad guy speech was fucking awesome.
Yeah, no,
Really
that
cool.
was
Thanks.
super good. I liked it.
What'd he say? I blacked out.
Nothing good for us.
It was very
Threatening.
Darth Sidious style, just like everything is terrible. There's nothing I can do that's gonna make it any better. So why should I even try? Let me just do what I'm good at and being a fucking asshole.
Yeah. Above the table, Kiernan's a bad dude.
Yeah. No.
Say what?
Not a nice guy. Nah, not a super great dude.
You definitely put it out there, so I'm glad that we were on the same page.
Hey man, this is how people become heroes.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
Getting over overcoming adversity.
Yeah.
And we're about to get in on it because he is now waiting for us in. I just really hope that this doesn't bite us in the butt. That's what I'm hoping for.
No way.
No way, that's not how that works. No, we're gonna be great. We're above brow. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, group stealth checks are tricky.
Yeah, they are.
Rolling, but I will say this: roll. If Dylan had rolled really high on the golden die, it could have prevented this.
Yeah.
Oh, did he see us?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
yeah.
100%.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, no.
like you guys.
I thought we were sneaking
Like,
up on him.
and we'll,
Nope.
no, and we'll get there. We will get there when Dre joins, but she can also kind of hear me because she's like 4 feet away from me, trying to get Link into the other room. But like, you guys basically stealthed all the way across the field, all the way to the wall, and all the way from the wall to where the beginning of this road was up this hill. And this is the easiest way to get up the hill. Had you guys like really wanted to, you could have maybe like gone out of town and like scaled the hill from outside and gone up that way, but that would have taken hours, and
I
it
feel like
have
we would
been
have missed
like
him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
been like near midnight by the time you got there. So you like literally made it all the way to your destination and kind of like we're home free and like started like the quarter-mile path up to the house and just like saw him like making his way to the bottom of the hill like basically kind of like almost bumped into one another, and just like as you like kind of like because the hill kind of like nice a little bit and like kind of like turned the corner to go follow the path, and it was just like he was descending down your direction and you just kind of saw his silhouette and shadow
Cool.
take each other in. um it's gonna log in
Ooh,
any
I was
second.
so
I'm
scared.
excited.
Yeah, that was so intense. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, Kieran started laughing. I'm like, oh no.
Oh no!
I made a terrible mistake.
Oh
It's
my
a
god.
I'm in danger meme.
Yeah, I'm in danger.
This is not like a maybe we can recruit this guy type of situation. Got it.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, so he's not
Oh,
that
no.
charmed.
Oh, so he's
Got
just
it.
bad.
Yeah.
Got it.
Like we're friendly, but that has nothing. Okay.
Yeah. You're friendly
not
just
just gonna
because
do
you
what I
charmed
say.
him. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Dang it.
So, yeah, it's the level 1 spell, right? You're not.
Yeah.
You're not,
Right, I'm not commanding you to do anything.
Right.
you.
Oh.
So like I was telling the group, Jay, I don't know how much of that you heard, but basically you made it to where you wanted to get. You snuck away, snuck across town,
Snuck
snuck in the
over
wall,
that way.
snuck to yeah. And as you approach this road that starts to climb up this hill, it sort of meandered off to the side, and there's like a path that starts to ascend. And at the top of this ascending path, you just see Kieran at the top of the hill, just silhouetted in darkness. And you see his hefty axe just like hanging at his side as he holds it with one arm in his right hand, just breathing heavily. He points his other hand, a scaly hand, and extends a long finger, a clawed finger, right at you, Starist.
Oh,
He points to his temple with his clawed finger. You think you know me. You think you can get into my head. You want to get to know me? Let me show you exactly who I am.
oh no.
I need everybody to roll initiative.
No.
I'm gonna cry.
Oh no.
No, I'm kidding. It's fine.
Oh shit.
Do we see our... Okay, there's our tokens.
Okay. Initiative.
Click the token.
Of course.
Da, da, da.
Oh, I'm actually liking not having the table on display, so you don't necessarily need to click your token each time
Ah,
if you don't.
okay.
Also,
Goodbye.
just to check, I believe we still have our temporary hit
Goodbye.
points for those that got them from the last battle.
Yes.
Yeah, and the aid buff as well.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah. Make sure you have
Yeah,
everything you need. All right. Anybody
That
get?
just applies to who? Just to Dominic and
I think it's
uh,
Dominic
Well, I
and
think
Bernie.
What is...
I don't have it, I don't think.
What is
so-
it?
I don't know
So-
what bonus you're talking about then.
Aid was, I think,
it should have already been applied. If,
yeah. So
if,
I still
if
have
you did it and haven't like touched your character sheet.
I still have 7 temporary hit points from the bear hug from Bernie and aid from the battle with that what's his name cast on me. He cast 8 on me.
Hey, Abigail, will you
With
close that
Sildar.
door?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sildar. So I am the only one
Um,
that has temporary hit points, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I
I
don't
do
think I
as
have
well.
those.
An aid.
Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I was up in the
An aid.
up top.
Yes.
Right. And
Aid's
aid
scary.
doesn't give you temporary hit points. Aid just increases your maximum by 5 HP and heals you for
Yes.
5 HP.
Yes. So I still have my maximum
Um,
HP buffed right now.
Cool. Sweet.
Correct.
Cool. So, did anybody roll a 20 or higher?
No.
No.
15 or higher?
No, no. We all rolled
And
really
a higher?
badly.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, he's really
We're-
mad.
We're. Oh, actually, I have a
Anybody-
crazy idea.
You
Hey.
use the golden dice on initiative?
Yeah. But hey, yeah, Kitland. Yeah, you should do it. You should do it, Kit.
Yeah,
I should
I'm super down for
Use
whoever
it.
wants
Use
to
it, Joe.
reroll.
Reroll your initiative.
That's just a reroll, right?
so-
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Reroll the initiative roll.
I mean, I'll do that if you guys want to. You sure?
But you,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have,
Yeah,
I
you
still
have to-
all
you
of
have
us
to
right
take
now.
right
new
now,
roll
but-
though. So okay, but you have to take the new roll. So if it's in that one, it's that's what you get.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Here I go going.
Do-do-do-do.
Okay.
Better.
Okay.
Yay,
Okay.
okay.
Koo, what is your and Bernie? What is your dexterity?
Dex is 14.
13.
Okay.
He's real angry. This is not going great.
Why did I give my monster a K name? There's too many Ks on my initiative check.
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right. I'm a freaking idiot. Okay, cool. Kitland, with the reroll, you are up first, sir.
Hey.
Hey, that's awesome. Hell yeah.
All right. How tall is this ledge right to my left, right here?
To your left, right there. That is. We'll say about 3 feet off the ground,
Okay. So
maybe a little less.
could I hop up there easy enough and keep on keeping on?
How tall are you?
I am 3. Hold on. I'm like 3 feet. And some change, 3'5" or something.
Okay, so yeah, it's like up to your chest, maybe just under your chin. So roll me an athletics check.
Okay.
It's a low DC, but it'll either take half your movement or just like an extra 5 feet of your movement, depending on how you roll.
Nice.
Right.
Nailed it.
So just that one spot will be difficult terrain. So it'll slow you down, like you'll lose like 5 feet of your movement when you cross that threshold.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'll go 5, 10, 15, 20,
Mm-hmm.
25
Okay.
behind this little rock here.
Nice.
And,
Okay, yeah, I'll allow it. I'll say it gives you some pretty good cover.
And I'm going to pull out my short bow.
Yeah.
Yay.
Right? What he does, ladies and gentlemen, it's what he does.
He's doing the thing.
Do the thing.
Alright. Anything I have to do before this? I
Julie!
don't think I'm going to do the gamble on this one. I might do a gamble later.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm going to just take a regular shot. With the
Cool.
short bow.
Regular shot.
Oh my god, it was fucking on the edge.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Oh, really? A 12?
Damn.
yeah, plus fucking 7. It was like
Oh my
teetering
god.
on 19 and then just, or whatever, and then rolled over.
I hate that.
You. So
Ugh.
you guys all round the corner and see Kieran, and he's like, I'll fucking show you how I am. And before he can finish saying that sentence, Kitlin's already running. Like, already, like, scrambling up the hill, like, before Kieran can get his whole threat out, and, like, up on this rock, and fires, and like, you kind of think you have the drop on him, because he was doing a thing and being dramatic, and you fire, and at the last second, he sees it, and, like, just tilts his head back slightly, and the arrow whizzes past him as you miss.
Shit.
Okay. I am going to use my bonus action to hide, and I'm going to use my oh god, where is it? Features and traits. My stone camouflage. Yeah, so I'm gonna hide in the rocky terrain there, up behind that rock.
Okay. So that gives you advantage on the check?
Yeah, it gives me advantage to hide in a rocky terrain.
Cool. Yeah, roll a stealth check with advantage.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
You duck behind the rock, and you believe that you are hidden.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
That'll
bring us. All right.
Because I'm hiding, am I like prone now, so I have to use half my movement to stand up or something?
No. I'm not. No, if you don't want to go prone, I won't make you go prone. You can be in like a low crouch and not
Gotcha.
into your movement. You're just
Okay.
hiding.
Cool.
If you want to go prone, which there might be advantages to, and that might be a way to like actually get more cover, you can. But I'll leave that on you to tell me you want to do that.
I'm just gonna roll with my 14 and hope that's good enough. So
Yeah.
I'm just-
All right. That'll bring it to Domic's turn. Bernie,
Jesus.
you're on deck. Then Ku.
All right. I guess you rolled really low then. Oh man. Okay.
Well, he rolled fine. You guys just happened to roll
Better.
better.
All right. Yes. Well, he's just
Okay.
gonna. All right, Domic's gonna just kind of step
worried.
forward, kind of just in front, and he is going to unsheath his sword and at the same time nick his finger and cast his crimson right on his blade. And as he pulls it out, you see the red lightning start covering the blade. I will take my point of damage.
How many times can you do that
Once per short rest.
in a day? Ooh, nice.
So I only had to take 1 hit point, so that worked out.
Or
All right. And I'm just
oh,
gonna
okay.
kind of
You roll a D. Is it a D4?
Yeah, it's a D4. All right.
Nice.
Well, let's do this thing. And I'm just gonna stand in front of
So you
Stars and kind
yeah.
of just unsheath my blade. You see the lightning just kind of wrap around it, and I'm just gonna pull it out, getting at the ready stance, just waiting for him to come at us.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you unsheath your sword, do that thing where you kind of like, hold your finger just over the top of the scabbard as you unsheath it, so it cuts like the side of your finger a little bit, and your blood begins to infuse with the blade and crackle with this electrical, and like the color of it, I imagine, is like this kind of palish red, as like these like lightning, electrical, elements just spark off.
It's not Sith
and
red.
kinda like-
It's like, kind of like a, not blood red either. Kind of like, I don't know. Yeah,
Like
it's like it's like
like
diluted
pink
blood.
carnation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you kind of actually feel like this faint breeze, Staris, this just like whooshing past you as this magic manifests. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of take point and try to cover the not as armored ones. And try to draw
Okay.
aggro.
And
And I noticed that
just
he-
unclear, your action was like doing the right.
No, that was a bonus action actually.
Oh, okay. You have an action if you want to use it.
I can do that. Let's see what I have.
You could do like a dodge action if you just want to like take a defensive stance.
Let's see. Actually, I might. Yeah. Let me do the dodge action. I'm gonna take a defensive dodge, and I'll just because I noticed that he clocked Staris, so I'm gonna get in front of her and try to be the wall in front of her.
Gotcha. Cool. Awesome. Love that. Bernie, you're up.
Hero.
Okay, all right. Barney's gonna step up and just go 5 feet towards Kiernan and look at her friends getting ready to battle. And her eyes, she thinks to herself and starts to mutter, "Fierce. I know fierce." And her eyes flash a golden yellow, and her pupils get into small slivers again as her eyes go into a wild shape. And she sprints forward, and this is the first time that she's just been kind of in the open doing this, and she's not even really sure what it looks like. But she jumps forward, and a golden light wraps around her form, and she sprouts long golden hair and a long muzzle, and becomes a golden wolf that's flying through the air. And I'm going to fly through the air 10 feet.
That's amazing. However, I believe you've already wild shaped twice today.
I get him back at a short rest.
You do.
So I actually have only used
My mistake. I
one.
thought it was a long rest.
I know.
So yeah,
Crazy.
you are absolutely good then.
It's crazy. I
Holy
read
crap.
that and I was like, oh.
Yeah, short rest is wild.
Okay. So yeah, I think so Barney transforms in this light, this golden light that absorbs her form, that surrounds her form, and as she jumps through the air, these spectral eagle wings spread out from her back, and an eagle emerges from her haunches, her shoulders rather, not her hunches. That would be her butt.
I mean, an eagle come from the butthole too. It is what it is.
Right. And a hawk spirit flies up and lands kind of right here. And I'm going to use my spirit totem again, which I also get back at a short rest, to summon the hawk spirit, which is basically when a creature makes an attack roll against a target in the spirit's aura, I can use my reaction to give it advantage on that attack roll. And then in addition, my allies and I have advantage on wisdom and perception checks while in the area.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Nice.
So where's the hawk?
Very cool. Very cool.
I think it's a 30-foot radius. That was the last one, I believe. Hang on, let me just double check that.
I'll get something in a second. I'm trying to.
I do appreciate the wolf little token you got there.
More visible.
Oh, where's the wolf token? I don't see
It's right
it
next
yet.
to Dominic.
Oh, sweet.
No, I'm trying to do something to make it a little bit more visible.
That's so cool.
There you go. Like a little base. And then we need a hawk, right?
Yep.
Cacao.
Or some sort of
And
totem.
that's a bonus.
That's a bonus action.
That's
30
know.
feet? That's huge.
Wild.
Like,
What?
even if you just put it on me, that's 30 feet.
Get out.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah. I think
That's
I love
wild.
it. That's amazing.
I think I'm gonna put it right here. Does that get everybody if I put it right there?
Let's see.
I want to make
You
sure I
do
get
it there.
Kitlin
let's see,
too.
it's a 30-foot radius.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You said?
You get this.
Yep, 30-foot radius. Sick.
Okay, hold on one second. Boom.
Holy
there you
monkeys.
Yeah, 30 foot is right here. Yeah,
go.
that's
Whoever
perfect.
circle is up, you can drop it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's
Okay.
crazy.
Sick. Okay, so then I'm gonna run 10 feet forward, and then I'm gonna run over. I have 40-foot movement. I can't move my wolf.
Oh, that's right, because I made a new thing. So, okay, hold on. Sean H. and Bernie. Say settings. See, that's 5. 10. It'll be take 15 to get next to him if that's what your goal is.
I think I actually want to move right next to Domik. Yep.
Okay, like right here.
Yep, just in the front.
Cool.
Yeah, and just hold my growl, and
So
she starts growling at him.
Okay, so you can use your reaction to give someone advantage if they're in that radius.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
Cool. Awesome. Holy shit. All right. All right. That brings us to your turn, Koo. What you gonna do?
Oh no!
It's your turn, Koo. What you gonna do?
What's our light situation? Is it
is.
light
It's
outside
pretty dark
enough, or
right
is it
now.
dark?
It is
Okay.
starlight. We're seeing by
It
starlight.
is. I will say, yeah, I'll say the moon is a decent enough light source. It's a clear sky, so it's dim lit. You can things are dimly lit. You can see, but it is like hard to make out specific details.
Sure. I guess I'm going to take a step forward next to Domik and kind of look around at this wolf that Bernie is just turned into in awe. And then I'm going to focus on Kiernan, and I'm going to whisper to him with Mind Sliver, "It's probably not fair that we outnumber you, but you seem the vile sort. And if he could make a 15 intelligence save."
Ooh,
Probably
nice.
not. But let's find out. Nope. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I failed.
Yes.
Whoa, nice.
Let's go.
I
will
failed
deal
hard.
3 points of damage to him, and the next save he makes gets minus 1d4 until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
And I will just kind of retreat back.
He doesn't flinch.
Yep.
Oh.
You almost aren't sure if you damaged him with the spell.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
No me gusta.
And yeah, I'm just going to stay back here. All right. And
Cool.
that's going to be the turn.
My turn. He is going to just barrel straight into you, Bernie.
Yeah.
And as he does, he just roars, and you see his mouth just opens. And as it does, Koo, you were asking what the light source was. It's pretty dimly lit. Like I said, it's just you just got the moonlight and the starlight to guide you, and then all of a sudden it gets very, very bright as a cone of flame erupts from Kiernan's mouth.
Of course it does.
I think I can do a cone. Oh God. Okay, I want it to be I guess a rounded 45-degree cone. Ugh. What do they do?
Yeah, that's a cone.
Yeah, and I think that's gonna get everybody.
Everybody.
So I need all 4 of you to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do I use the wolf stats for like physical skills? Is that
Dexterity,
right?
strength, and constitution, and ooh, I don't know about charisma. I think charisma as well, but I think intelligence and wisdom you keep your stat.
Okay, cool.
I know for certain it's those 2. Check if it's any others.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure it's dex and strength for.
I'm gonna add my D6 of Bardic to my roll.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, nice.
9, 10, 12, 13. So 13 for me.
12.
It lasts for 10 minutes.
Ooh, then never mind.
Yeah.
So it's a
Lo
9.
siento.
Okay, so the number you were trying to meet or beat was 13.
Ooh, got us all.
Yep.
Is that none of you?
None of us beat it.
I rolled max damage, and I kind of want you to come look at the dice if you don't believe me, Trey. But it's 12 damage. You all take full fire damage.
No!
God.
As he just
Shit.
exhales hot flame.
Wow.
12 fire damage, you say?
12 fire damage.
Yikes.
And as he finishes just roaring and igniting the entire area, he like flourishes his axe and swings it up over his head, ready to strike, and that is going to be the end of his turn. Staris, you're up.
Oh no. Hate that.
I rolled two
Oh,
sixes.
no.
I rolled 2 6s on 2d6. My heart stopped beating when I saw what I rolled.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I do turn invisible
Oh.
Oh, awesome.
as I fade away.
Whoa.
Oh, that's fine.
Whoa.
I like that. I like it.
You see like a little bit of smoke steaming from like nothing, and then as the smoke fades, you realize Ku is just gone from sight.
Whoa.
Oh
What
shit.
the heck?
Staris,
Yes.
you're up.
I hear you.
Oh.
Let's see. Hold please.
Holding.
All right. Well,
Wild.
I suppose Staris sings out "Strike True" and gives Kitland bardic inspiration,
Yay.
and then
Cool.
runs
Nice.
fucking I don't know where. Away from there. Let's see.
Okay. Yeah, I think your friends prevented you from getting an opportunity attack.
Dude, how big is his range? Holy shit.
Could be 5. Could be
Could
more.
be 5,
You don't
could
know.
be 10. Yeah, you never know. God damn it. All right. Here we
I
go.
don't know. I run away over here.
He's the big guy, and it's a big act.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm scared.
Let's see. Is there anything else I can do? I don't think so. I have a short bow,
Right.
but I can't do anything with it.
Did you use your action?
I did not. I just bonus action. Which was bardic inspiration. So I really can't do anything much else.
You could try to hide. You could take the dodge action. You could dash and try and get further away.
You could shoot him with your short bow,
You
right?
could use the help action.
I'm not
You
proficient in
try to
that.
shoot him with your short bow. Yes, you are. You're an elf.
I see crossbow, but I don't see short bow. But okay.
As an elf, you should be proficient with all bows.
I mean, I'll take it. Then
Let
yeah.
me look it up really quick because you are just an elf, right? You're not like something else skinned as an elf, right?
No. High elf lineage.
High elf lineage. Okay.
Yeah, you should
We'll
have
do a quick rules check.
simple weapons, right?
Oh yes, simple weapons. Yes.
I think
All right.
crossbows and short bows are simple weapons.
Oh,
I believe so. Don't
Hi,
quote
elf.
me on that.
Elf weapon training. You have proficiency with the longsword, short bow, and longbow.
There you
Yeah.
Okay. Well, fuck
As a
it.
high elf, you have proficiency with
I-
all 4 of those weapons.
Run over here and then try to shoot his ass.
Wow.
Let's
in the
do
butt.
it.
Staris, before you fire. Oh,
Oh.
that's okay. It misses, but I think I know why. I want to ask you something.
Mhm.
Has Staris ever fired a bow at a living thing before? Or has she only ever fired at, like, a target?
Actually, that's a really good point. Yeah, I think it has only been targets.
Because I think while you're trained with these weapons, because, like, that's your lineage, that's your ancestry, every good elf should know how to use a sword and shoot a bow. As you, like, knock that arrow and pull the string back and aim your target, you realize, like, what you're doing and where you are. And I think for the first time since you've run away. Run away is a strong word. For the first time since you've started on this journey, the weight of it hits you in a way that maybe it hasn't up to this point yet. And you release the arrow and it misses. Is that relief you feel? Because you didn't hit him? You weren't sure. And that will end your turn and bring us to you, Kitland.
Okay. I am going to pop up from my crouch and
Just as a reminder.
Oh, cool.
Thank you.
this is
Oh,
Bardic
nice.
Breaker.
Thanks.
D6, right? That I have. So likely I'm probably going to use my Bardic because I'm gonna take the -5 for sharpshooter.
Smart.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take a
Go.
shot with -5.
I'm gonna give you advantage. I'm gonna use my reaction to give you advantage too.
Before you do that,
Mhm.
Bernie,
Yep.
Kitland, you were successfully hidden. You get to roll this attack with advantage.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
I take that.
Okay.
Wait.
wait, did we do that?
Advantage. I'm just gonna roll it twice.
Oh, that works.
Well,
However
a
you wanna
nat
do it.
1 for the first.
Oh, no.
And then a
Nice.
21 -5.
Oh gosh.
So, and then I'm gonna add
Plus
my
D6, though.
Plus the
yeah,
D6.
plus a D6.
So we're at 16 right now.
Yep.
Come
Plus.
Plus another.
17.
Can I roll it
17.
instead?
Oh.
No, we're gonna go with that roll.
Yeah,
A
that's fair.
17 is you fire the bow, you pull it back. He doesn't see you. You've got an opportunity. You strike it, and the arrow whizzes straight towards him and just strikes him right in the back of the shoulder blade. Go and roll me some damage.
Oh,
Nice.
yay.
Okay, I'm gonna add a favored foe to this also.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
So it's already 10. Plus 7
17.
plus favored foe 1d4 plus 2.
19 damage.
Holy freaking sniper.
When Ku hit him, Ku didn't know if he even hurt him at all, if Kieran even felt what he had done to him. When you hit him, you know you hurt him, as your arrow just sinks into his shoulder, and Dominic, you actually see the arrowhead like pull through and like come out the front of his chest.
Damn.
As it goes just like straight through him, and like his shoulder lurches forward, and he just kind of like leans back and stares at you, before turning back, to face the two of you with this arrow just sticking like through his shoulder and out like the front of his like upper pec. Anything else, Kitland?
I'm gonna move. Can I go into these woods? Is it like thin enough that I can move into the woods to my left over here?
Yeah, but it'll start like once you get, we'll say off screen, it'll start becoming like difficult terrain, and it'll start getting thicker and thicker, and it'll be harder to actually see your target, to
Sure.
be able to fire at them.
I think that's
You might be able to do it a little bit further in, but like if you go like 20 feet back, you might not have visibility anymore.
How about just right there? I'll stay right there.
Yeah, you're starting to get some cover from the thicket. It will say it was difficult terrain to move into that space with 5'10". That's 20 feet of movement you've used.
Okay, so to get back out, it will be an
You
additional
guide back into the
10,
woods.
Like
Yeah,
so 5. 10. Okay,
from
gotcha.
where you are. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. That's my turn.
Cool. All right, you're up, Dominic. Bernie, you're next. Then Ku.
All right. Now Dom is gonna see all this. He's gonna kind of just look down at his hands, look at the sword in his hands. He's going to kind of start welling up some energy, and he's going to cast his blood maledict on Kiernan. And so you'll see is that
Okay.
lion motif brand just kind of brand across his face.
Hell yeah.
He's seen him.
Cool.
And so I will basically move up 5. I don't need cone. 5, 10, 15. Try to flank him.
Okay, yeah, you have advantage.
And then I will. And so I have my lightning up. Let me take this, use that, because my blood maledict is once per short rest as well. Oh man, let's see. All right, cool. So then I am going to attack. And you said I have advantage?
You do. You are flanking with the wolf.
All right. Let's see.
Well, ooh, actually, I said technically you're not because the wolf is a medium creature. So like this is the space
Mm-hmm.
the wolf is occupying.
Mhm.
So I think that, but I did say just to like rewind a little bit that he like ran into you, like basically shoulder checked you and then breathed fire on you. So I will say more realistically he would be right here. So if you want to move there, then you
Yeah.
would be flanking. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I would have tried to move around to flank him,
'Cause, like-
basically.
Well, and I did mean to move Kieran like adjacent to Bernie, which is where he should be in order to be adjacent.
Okay. So I still get advantage or no?
Absolutely. Yes, you do.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
That's just a long-winded way to say you get to do the cool thing.
What did I? Is that a natural 1? I swear to God.
Oh no.
Oh,
Was a natural 1.
Oh,
Cool.
no.
With advantage. Fucking bullshit. All right.
no.
You go to swing at him, and he, for a big guy, he's able to move the axe like pretty deftly, and just like takes the weighted part of the axe where the blade is, and like slams the top of it into the ground, like digging your rapier into the dirt, and then like scraping it off and like kicking up a bunch of dirt to like turn around and now swing. Anything else, Dominic?
No, that's it. It's my movement and my action and my bonus action.
Bernie, you're up. Then Koo.
Alrighty. Bernie is going to just snarl out a deep snarl erupts from her jaws, and then she lashes out and tries to bite him around the leg, if possible. And I'm going to just make a bite attack, and I get advantage too because of pack
Cool.
tactics. So either way.
Yes, you do.
Okay, so I'm going to do D20 plus 4 to hit. Okay, and another one. God bless it.
Yeah, dude, we're rolling.
Oh my
Real
god.
bad.
Like
Why?
poo poo.
So
Poo poo.
as Kiernan like kicked up all this dirt and then like went to go swing at Dominic, you came to bite at him and he had to like readjust and like brought the blade of the axe like down as your teeth like tried to bite at his legs, and instead you start biting around like the handle of the long shaft of the battle axe instead, and he kind of like pushes you back off.
Oh, that's it. I'm just gonna hold right there.
All right, Koo, you're up.
Ooh.
Invisible boy.
Yep. Let me move up behind Bernie. Oh. Over here. 10. Can I also scurry up here?
It'll take roll me an athletics check.
Oh, my best.
Second verse, same as the first.
Is athletics?
12.
That's good enough.
Okay.
All right.
So it'll be difficult terrain, so it'll cost 5 additional feet of movement. It will not cost the rest of your movement.
15, 20, 25, 30. And
Okay.
yeah, let me whisper one more time with Mind Sliver.
Okay.
I don't think you're understanding what we're telling you.
One more time.
And this is an intelligence save.
Yep. 15.
Uh,
And
I
then
got
minus the
I did better, but not enough.
Yes.
Cool.
Nice. Doesn't he have
Sorry,
disadvantage as well
Caitlin,
from the
did I cut
first
you
one?
off?
he's gets minus a D4, I think.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well, okay.
three
He
psychic
fails
damage.
even harder. Okay.
3 more points.
And then I turn uninvisible as I whisper these words to him. Bad man.
All right.
You a bad boy.
You're bad.
Doesn't seem too concerned with you tickling his brain. As he just focuses it out and is kind of like caught in this almost dance like battle with Dominic and this wolf. This guy is 6.5 feet tall. Doesn't wear any armor. He's completely bare chested as he's swinging this axe around. And finally, he like finds his footing and has a moment to change the momentum and go on the offensive. And he raises the axe up and he's going to bring it down on you hard, Bernie. You see his movement is like slow, kind of exposing him, and making it seem as though he's leaving himself wide open to attack. But he swings in such a large arc, it seems like it's going to be really hard to get out of the way. He is attacking recklessly. He's going to get advantage on this attack, and all attacks against him now have advantage.
Okay.
Because he
Ooh.
doesn't give a fuck about your damage.
Wow.
Okay.
Ooh.
So with advantage, does a 17 hit?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, you're gonna take. The magic number, 12 slashing damage.
Jesus.
Oh no.
As the axe finds purchase in your flank, hits you right in the butt.
No, my booty. You'll hear
And then
a yell as that attack makes purchase, and a bright light flashes, and Bernie's jolted. What is it? Jolted. I can't think tonight. Is
Jolted?
just removed, jolted, whatever.
Yeah, jolted.
Shunted from her wolf form, and you just see her back as the dwarven woman that she is in front of you.
okay, yeah, you kind of tumble out of the wolf form, yeah, and still like land on your feet, kind of do like the superhero pose and pick yourself back up. You're not prone. And then any like trample damage that went over gets dealt to your HP.
Okay, so it was 12 total.
So if the wolf had like, so if you had like
Oh,
8
Steve,
HP as a wolf,
please.
then Bernie will take 4.
Okay, so yeah, she took a pretty heavy hit in her form too.
Ooh.
Awesome. I mean, I'm so sorry. That is.
What? What was
You see like his mouth and nose are still smoking from the exhalation of fire just a few moments ago. I'm gonna roll to see if that recharges. All right, and that'll be the end of my turn. Staris, you're up.
All right. Staris moves over here, hoping to get a better shot. Sighs to yourself. Let my aim be true. Let's try to shoot him again.
Okay.
Stars, I'll give you advantage on this roll.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do it again.
Nice.
17.
Staris, you pull the arrow back and you feel all that anxiety and that hesitation start to creep up again, and then you hear this like sound of a hawk from like somewhere within the battlefield, and it just draws your mind into a sharp focus, and you release the arrow as you exhale, and arrow finds purchase, and you see it sinks into Kiernan's thigh. Roll me some damage.
Caw-caw.
Nice.
Oh, 3. And then, brother strike true. I don't know. She yells at for Caitlin and gives him another bardic inspiration.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Kieran follows through on a swing through Bernie as your arrow like snaps into his thigh. You see him reach down and rip it out and throw it on the ground and stare at you, Stars, as you inspire your ally from across the way. Caitlin, that'll bring it to your turn. Unless you wanted to move. I'm sorry, Stars.
I don't think so.
You're good. You're good.
Okay.
Hang out back there.
And just so it's clear, this is like obviously where you guys came from. This is like towards the manor, continuing up the road. All right, cool. That'll bring us back to the top of the order. Kitlin, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna move 5, 10. Do I have a clear line of sight from this edge right here? Or I mean, or do I need to come out even a little bit further?
I think from right there, man, if we're getting like really picky Baldur's Gate rules, I think he's pretty close there, and you got this rock in your way. I think you can hit him from where you are, but he's gonna have a little bit of cover, so it's gonna be a little harder to hit him.
Even with the sharpshooter?
You wanted, ooh, yeah, no, that doesn't matter for you, does it?
It does not.
It does not.
I really regret giving you that feat. So yeah, you can. Kitlin, if it's in range, you can fucking shoot it. All right, you don't even need to ask anymore. Just do it.
Well, I'm happy to come out a little bit more if it's like really thick brambles or whatever.
Honestly, no. Like I think because that's like the only fairing ruling that I can think of, and you have a rule that says you're good enough. It doesn't matter. So you're good enough. It doesn't matter.
All right, I'm gonna run it back again with the -5, and then I guess before anything happens, I'll likely be using Bardic Inspiration. So,
You get
Yeah,
it.
and now I don't think you have advantage on this one.
I do not.
Well, damn.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So -5, but you do get the +6 or the
Yep.
plus D6.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Here I go. I think it's worth it, so I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have cover because fuck me.
Baby,
Oh,
baby.
yeah.
Plus a. Well, do I even need it? And then a
Do you
17.
want to? Do you want to use it?
I don't think I need to, right? It's 17.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I will not use it. Assuming. Let me do some.
You hit him.
Yeah.
You hit him. You hit him in the other shoulder blade this time. He's got like two
Yeah.
tiny little arrow wings sticking out of his back.
Cool. And he is still my favorite foe. So I will roll
Yes,
regular.
he is.
That's gonna be 7. So 17
Plus 10. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus another 4. Oh!
Damn.
Oh,
21, baby.
21.
Hey.
Yep.
Hey.
God. We're all like pew pew. Like, okay,
You
hitting him in the
see from his
arteries.
back, blood is starting to trickle from these arrow wounds.
Holy shit.
Anything
Alright.
else, Kitlins?
I'm gonna move back another 5, 10 back into the woods.
I'm gonna keep just popping in and out, taking pot shots at people.
All right, good.
I'm gonna
Then
say
you
here.
have to do the bushes.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right,
Oh
Dominic,
my
you're up.
God.
Bernie, you're on deck.
All right. Well, let's try this again. I am flanking him, so my rapier's just gonna try to make purchase.
Yes, you are.
And you said he's raging, so
Okay.
we have advantage, right?
You do. Yes,
Oh,
I know I
yeah.
just deleted Bernie, but she's still there. She's not
Oh
looking.
no.
18 to hit.
Yes.
An
That's more
18
like it.
is going to hit. Roll your damage.
All right, so that is a D8 plus 5 for my rapier. So 9 points of damage plus the
Got it.
D4 for the lightning damage as the lightning licks off my blade and hits him at the same time.
Hell yeah.
I'll just do a D4. Boop. Plus another 3 points of lightning damage, so
Amazing.
All right.
12 points.
As you lash out with your rapier and kind of, lunge forward. He like sort of sidesteps, like turns his body sideways, so you don't, pierce through him, and just kind of slashes across him and pulls back and just crackles with this like pale, soft reddish, electricity, and like almost scars him as it burns across his chest and like abdomen. And he just like starts to bleed from his stomach. He's bleeding from his back. He's got arrows sticking out of him. He's bleeding from his leg wound where Stars hit him. Starting to look pretty hurt.
Yeah. All right, and that is going to end my turn. I'm going to stay here, just keep flanking, keeping him around us.
Bernie, you're up. Koo, you're on deck.
All right. Bernie is going to reach around, grab her staff, her blunted staff from her back, and just make eye contact with Kiernan and raise it and scream as she tries to bring it down on his head, on the top of his head. Just doing a staff attack with advantage.
Yeah,
Oh, whoops. That's not right. +2. Why did that not roll it?
You just
Interesting.
told us a stat. You just told us what the weapon is.
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't
That's
roll
weird.
it for me. Okay, anyways, I'm going to roll a d20 instead.
No, that's okay.
+2. Okay.
Okay.
There's 1.
You have a 19
Oh,
total?
19 to hit.
19 to hit, yeah.
Okay, yeah, a 19 is going to hit as you try to bonk him.
We told you to leave, and she's going to bring it down on his head. Why is it not doing that? That's weird. Let me roll my d6.
That is weird.
So 3 points of damage, bludgeoning damage, to the noggin.
All right.
Noggin.
Yeah, you just kind of like bonk him, and, like just really annoyed by it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just like you had a long day, and like just the dog won't start yapping. Just kind of like one of those like stop it kind of a moment. As he's starting to get a little bit more frantic in his movements. Nice. Anything else?
No, I'm just gonna stay right there and hold my ground.
All right, Koo, you're up.
Let's. Yeah, let's. Let's thumb through my book, and I pull out from the pages 3 little darts,
Ooh.
and I launch magic missile at the barbarian man.
Oh.
Awesome.
Oof.
Yeah. You thumb through your book, frantically looking for something that makes sense, and all of a sudden, these like 3 glyphs catch your eye, Koo, as you frantically search, and you close your eyes and allow the magic to surge through you. This self-taught magic that you've pulled from the ether almost as these 3. What do your darts look like?
They're like little wispy purple and gold like uh arrowheads almost.
Okay.
Oh.
These like sharp, pointed, almost, like you said, arrowhead like shapes just emerge out of your book, made from this like smoky light, and they're bright colors, purple and gold and green, and just launch from your book straight at Kiernan and just find him and pierce, boom, 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 in rapid succession. Roll your damage.
Nice.
Do you want me to
Hell
do you want me to
yeah.
roll for each dart?
Yeah. Roll
Okay.
a d4 for each dart. It's more fun that way.
Absolutely. All right. So that's 5, 8, and 5, 13.
Wow, nice.
13, hell
all
yeah.
day.
Yes.
Ooh.
Wow.
As the third one hits him, he kind of like lunges forward and actually has to dig his axe into the ground to like catch himself, and like pulls himself back up and just spits like a huge globule of blood onto the ground.
Oh,
Mm.
oh, so close.
I take 2 steps back.
As he
I'm
pulls
down.
himself upright, he, breathing heavily, his breaths get like deeper and deeper and heavier, and he just again lets out this loud, massive roar, and you see fire like starting to kickstart almost out of his mouth, like a like a muscle car revving up, just fire starting to burn out of his mouth, and you see it starting to like burn out from like behind his eyes, and you see like parts of his spine kind of elongate and crack, creating these like vented gills in his spine where fire begins to emerge and pour out of his back as he goes into a rage.
Oh.
Oh, oh no.
Level 2.
That's not good.
For his action,
Oh no.
he he like picks himself back up using the momentum of his axe to like help him gain his balance, and then just like looks at you, Dominic, looks at you, Bernie, just enveloped in like fire and smoke, and in the haze of all the battle, finds Staris backed into a corner trying to hide the elf that tried to get
no.
into his head, and just rushes towards her.
No.
That provokes an opportunity attack from Dominic and Bernie.
Okay.
5,
Okay.
10, 15,
Get his
20,
ass.
25.
I'm just gonna try and bonk him again.
Okay.
Um. I'm gonna give Dominic advantage.
Okay.
You are flanking, so you would both get
Oh.
advantage on the attack.
Sick. That's right. Okay. Let me do my other roll here. Damn it. That's gonna be 2 to hit.
And I believe his last attack was reckless, so it should be advantage anyways.
Right.
Which means, Kitlin, your attack should have been with advantage, but it doesn't matter. You hit anyways.
Yeah.
Just a 12.
Okay, a 12. And Dominic, what did you get? You also get a reaction if you'd like to use it.
Yep, I will. That's a 12 and
A 12 misses. Bernie,
23 to hit.
unfortunately.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay. So you both swing. Bernie, your bonk finds no purchase as you swing wide. But Dominic, you're too quick as you thrust with your rapier. You catch him right in the side. Go ahead and roll some damage.
So I roll my piercing damage. It's a d8 plus 5, so an 8. And then I still have my Crimson Right, so that's another d4 of
The
lightning.
8 is
That's
the 8
just
is
piercing.
reduced by half because he is raging.
Okay, so 4.
Oh.
Mm.
And then I do my lightning, which is a 4 of lightning damage.
The lightning damage is not reduced.
Correct. So 8 points of damage
As
altogether.
you pierce him with the rapier, he's like running away from you, and you overextend yourself to like thrust out, and you catch him in the side, and he like kind of stops and then like pulls himself off of your rapier and continues his momentum to be able to get to Staris. And Staris,
Shit.
as he comes towards you, you see he's just dragging his axe in the dirt behind him. He kicks it up in your face. So all this dirt like kind of gets in your eyes as you recoil, and as he kicks it up, he uses the momentum to swing around and bring the axe down right on top of you using
Oh, no.
both hands. Again, being reckless in his attacks.
Oh shit.
Oh, God.
No.
That's not good.
Does a 12 hit you, Staris?
If it meets, it beats.
Oh no!
Oh, I rolled 2 7s with my advantage. Okay. Staris, you take 9 points of slashing damage
Holy
as
shit.
the axe comes down and just barely misses your neck, but like sinks into your shoulder.
Oh
You
yeah.
feel like just searing pain as the blade cuts into you, and it takes all of your strength to not just pass out.
Blood
Holy
spurt.
shit.
That is the end of Kiernan's turn. Staris, you're up.
Sean, did you say something?
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes.
can. Yeah.
Hello?
Yep, we can hear you. You're good.
Okay, cool. That all I said was that ends Kiernan's turn. Staris, you're up.
Okay.
What are you, the villain from Craven the Hunter? I don't know if you guys have seen that movie yet, but it's on like Netflix or Hulu or something, and it's so bad. Watch
It
it.
was so bad.
Oh no.
But entertaining. I had a good time. All right. Well,
I did too.
but yeah,
Stupid, but it was fun.
yeah. All right. Seeing as he is closed in, Staris is going to do her best to stab him with a dagger.
Go for it.
Alright.
Roll me an attack.
11. Will miss.
Can I give her advantage?
Yes, she is just in range.
Cool.
Let's try it again.
Damn it.
Good try.
Just barely standing. Just barely standing.
You go to stab him like in the gut with a dagger, and he like one hands his axe and grabs your wrist.
Oh fuck.
And he leans in close, Staris. How does it feel? Knowing this world you care about so much doesn't give a shit about you. Anything else?
Yeah. We're gonna. Yeah. Sing out to Kitland again.
Hell yeah.
Strike him! And use her last bardic inspiration.
All right, I guess I still have mine though, don't I?
Yeah, he
From
still
the
has
last-
it. Yeah,
You
he
still
still
have
has
it. Never mind. Somebody else. Just kidding. Oh, sorry. I'm not moving. Anybody else? Okay.
You pick it. You pick it, Bard. You're the one casting it. You gotta pick it.
Fair enough. How? Fuck. Okay.
What you doing?
Let's then go with oh yeah.
Hey, Staris, how about this? Because it's taken you a minute, and I feel like it's fair. I think Staris would hesitate in this moment. It's a very terrifying moment for her, justifiably so. I'm gonna roll an intimidation check with Kiernan. Really quick. Okay. That's insane because I just rolled a nat 20.
Shit.
I'm not gonna tell you what the I'm not gonna tell you I'm not gonna tell you what the modifier is. But roll me a charisma saving throw. And if you beat what my total is, you can cast Bardic Inspiration this turn. If not, you lose your ability to do so this turn. Because you're
Nice.
so just scared in this moment.
Okay.
I think that's fair. That's
So
a
go ahead and
cool
roll me a
mechanic.
charisma saving throw.
Yeah.
I like that.
Let's do it.
Oh
Oh.
dear.
That does not beat the nat 20 I rolled. So I think Staris, I think just the moment
get you.
passes
Yeah.
and you're
Yeah.
just so terrified
Yeah.
by you've got
Barely.
an axe sinking into your shoulder. You've got this intimidating, powerful foe. You don't think to inspire anybody in this moment.
Barely standing.
Kitlins, you are up.
Okay, I will move to the edge. Was the last attack reckless?
Yes, it was.
And that gives me advantage? Is that
It
right?
gives every attack against him until his next turn advantage.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to take -5 to my attack.
Yeah, fuck him up.
Cool.
And I'll roll twice.
Let's go.
Okay.
Oof.
Okay, so that's plus.
Hey!
Hold on. That
Hey,
doesn't
look
get me
at
to the. That's at 16, so I get my bardic inspiration.
Yes.
Which you'll roll at least a 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
So he is my favorite foe.
Shadows.
So
A 20
that's
does
10.
hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yep. So
So you got 10,
that's gonna be 4 plus 10, 14,
and then favored foe.
plus another 4.
Damn, 18 points of damage, dude.
18,
Yeah.
reduced by half because he's raging.
That's true.
6
9.
or 9.
Here, Kitland, you release your arrow, and it goes through the back of his head and comes out his left cheek as he's like leaning into you, Staris. You see this arrow come through his face.
Oh, jeez.
You think that's enough to stop me? He's still standing.
No way!
Oh,
What?
holy shit!
Holy shit, dude. This guy's fucking metal.
What a bastard.
He is metal.
And I will move back into the woods.
No.
No.
I just love the idea of Kitlin's yellow eyes emerging and then
Yeah.
going back.
Oh, and I've got all those little feathers
also,
in my
like-
hat still.
right. From the juggling. And also, Kitlin is just a garden gnome. Like,
Yeah.
the red hat, big white beard. Dominic, you're up.
All right. Dominic he kind of just sees red, and he's going to start charging in, I think. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Wait. Would I make it? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 30? I think that'd be 30.
So, diagonal can get really tricky,
Yeah.
and as long as it's not abused, I think you're close enough that'll work. If we
Yeah.
have to make a ruling, the rule I like to use, just because mathematically it makes sense, is the first diagonal is free, the second diagonal costs 10 feet, the third diagonal is free, the fourth diagonal costs 10 feet. So
Okay.
if we want to make that you know what I mean? Like every other diagonal is basically quote unquote difficult
Cool.
terrain, and that will math out. Because if you run in straight diagonals all the time, you're gonna go faster across the map.
Correct.
You know what I mean? It's like when you're playing GoldenEye and you're using the C strafe buttons to move
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah.
But
Deep cut.
as long as we don't abuse it, I'm not gonna police the diagonal movement buff too hard. This is a small map. I think you can close the gap.
Yeah,
this
I'm gonna
turn.
try to close the distance as fast as I can, seeing Staris just like,
Yeah, you
being
get up
held.
right alongside her.
and I'm gonna attack again twice with my rapier, try to just end this. He's got an arrow sticking out his face.
Twice or just once with advantage?
Well, once with an advantage. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, got it.
17.
Oh.
Amazing.
A 17 hit.
All right, here we go. That is a 11 points of piercing,
Okay.
halved,
Uh-huh.
plus my D4 of lightning, because that's still active. So another
Yep.
1 point of damage from lightning. So 6 points of damage altogether.
Dominic, at exactly 6 HP, How do you want to do this?
I am just getting Dominic just gonna start just with his rapier in hand, just running full tilt and just thrust his sword right through his chest, and trying to
Ooh.
just go right through. And you just see basically Stars will see the tip of my rapier coming out of his chest, in next to one of the arrows that's sticking out of his chest, and you'll see lightning crackling and just flood his body with like a pinkish reddish lightning. And then I'll just pull my rapier back out.
The
Hell yeah.
As the rapier pierces him and the lightning begins to discharge, it surges throughout his entire body and literally causes not to spasm, but like his body to like extend out in all directions as he's just like electrocuted by your rapier thrusted through him, and as you pull it out, still smoldering, still locking eyes with you, Staris, as he falls to his knees. This tall creature, he the top of his head maybe comes up to like your chest, and he like looks up at you, and with his dying breath, see what this world gives you. And he falls dead at your feet.
Yeah. Holy
Oh,
moly.
man.
Oh boy.
More than you took from it.
I'm gonna
The
sheathe
manor
my
still
sword.
looms.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna sheathe my sword, just kind of like rush up to Star and just kind of make sure she's okay, and like hold her up and like put her up against the rock a little bit. Stars, are you okay?
Mm.
Her whole blouse is just like soaked in blood, this huge gash coming down her shoulder. You see the manor up on the hill, just kind of like bathed in moonlight at this point, as you all start to, climb down from your hills and reconvene back on the path.
It's so cold.
Bernie's going to rush up too and take out a robe from her pack, hearing her say that, and just wrap it around her shoulders. And as she does so, she's going to cast Spare the Dying, just as she's kind of learned to do when somebody's hurt.
Nice.
Don't think anybody's unconscious. I think people
Yeah.
got hurt pretty bad, but nobody actually went
Yeah.
down.
Nobody went down.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Almost.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Holy
bad
shit.
crack.
Oh,
Aye.
we need to make it back to the inn as soon as possible.
Aye, we do.
Yes.
Do we want to
But,
see if anything's on the body before we leave?
Let's look for that stone.
Yeah, I'll
Aye.
do an investigation check on the body.
Okay. Go ahead
Trying
and
to find-
actually, no check is needed. You guys are pretty alone out here. You can take all the time you need, and he wasn't like someone who was heavily clothed,
Okay.
as previously mentioned. So he only has a few pockets and a few places where anything of value could be. And you are easily able to find the stone on him.
Nice.
In addition to the stone, he also has what appears to just be a very hefty and well-made, sturdy, well-worn great axe. Um, he also has 20 golds on his person,
Okay.
and another 10 silver.
10 gold. Or 20 gold, 10 silver.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Barney, can you wield that axe? I feel like all dwarves need a good axe.
I'm afraid I'm not that strong yet, but I guarantee one day I might be able to.
I'm sorry, not a battle axe, a great axe. I don't. Is that what I said? That doesn't
Yeah,
It's
you
a
said
great
great
axe.
axe.
That thing's like huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Well,
the
maybe-
two-handed.
Double your size.
Yeah, Bernie kind of looks at it, looks up at the top of the axe, and maybe
Oh
if I
yeah,
rolled
like
my head on
from
me.
from like tip to bit, it's like 5 feet tall, probably. It's a
Yeah.
huge axe.
That thing is gigantic.
Dominic, how about you? Could you make use of it?
Unfortunately, I'm better light on my feet. That's why I use my rapier. but it's a good idea. We could sell it, maybe.
Right. I can't
Okay.
even carry it. It's bigger than me.
How much does it weigh?
Kitland, roll me a history check really quick.
Ooh.
That's a 12.
As soon as Dominic mentions selling it, you know of one person who's desperate for wares, and that is the proprietor of the Lion Shield Coster. Her specialty was selling arms and armors, and she's the one whose supplies got ambushed
Mm.
by the goblins. So you get a sense that she would probably be willing to buy some of this type of stuff off of you guys, if you were so inclined.
I'm inclined to sell this.
um, how much?
Lenine Greywind was her
Yeah.
name.
You said it was a great axe, right?
Yes, Great Axe.
No, it's 7 pounds. I can probably put it on my back and just gonna hold it with my stuff.
Right.
It's either I can hold it. All right, let's ask this: Who? I don't think Stars. Stars, can you walk?
I can walk.
Who and I could
Yeah,
Do-
you're.
carry it together.
I was about to say inside check on Stars. Is she trying to be like a hard ass, or is she like? Can she walk?
I'm just barely standing. I can make my way.
Okay. So I would say, all right, I'll take the axe. Bernie, give Stars a shoulder. We need to walk
Aye.
together. And then we can head back into town. I don't think we need to go to the manor anytime tonight. We need to get back and get Stars looked at.
Agreed.
I agree.
Come on now, Staris.
Um,
And I'm gonna like
um,
get
should
under her.
we-
Rest would be good.
maybe hide this body, because I imagine his men will probably figure out that their boss isn't coming back at some point in time.
They'll find his body, but they won't know who did it. As long as we don't come, we aren't seen going back in front of their place, I think it should be fine. We can feign ignorance. That's just my opinion.
It's good looking out there. I don't mind kind of dragging it just around the curve at least, or maybe into the bushes nearby.
He's going to be extremely heavy.
Only we had Pamela here.
Aye.
We can certainly try to push him, but I don't think he's going to be moving. If he's just dead weight and he was a 6.5 foot tall dragon,
Mm.
we
He's
had
a big
enough
boy.
issues with dead horses. If we now we're going to try to move a dead dragon.
This is true. This is true.
Maybe you can
Well-
mage hand a hole into his corpse.
We can also just cut him up like the horses.
You guys were frowned upon that idea, so I'm not going to say it again.
Can we set him on fire?
He might have a proclivity to fire.
Oh, that's
He
fair.
was spitting it earlier.
I don't think it would be so bad for his people to see him dead. Might get them to leave town.
We might show them a message.
Okay. All right then.
Yeah, is that what you guys decide?
Or we could put some. We could bring the branches and shit to him instead of try to fuck him into it. Right?
I think
who starts throwing leaves on him?
I'll help in this endeavor and throw some stick.
I think
shit
we
on
need
him.
to get
You-
moving.
Yes. His body is big. There are not many leaves here.
He picks up one maple leaf and puts it on top of him. I think it's good.
All right. Well, let's get you some help then, Staris.
As soon as you say that, Kitland, you look over at Staris, and she has gone unconscious from
Oh, no.
blood loss.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
And that is where we're going to end our session.
Ah!
Woo.
And now spare the dying.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah.
Oh
um,
man.
sorry to throw a curveball at you guys like that, but A, it's getting late, and B, I did realize that I messed something up.
Okay.
When Kieran is raging, he gets to add 1d4 fire damage to his attacks,
Wow.
which I didn't do with Staris. And Staris, I believe you're at 1 HP.
Yep.
Yep.
So
Sure
it
am.
was a delayed getting knocked unconscious
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I
moment.
bled out. That makes sense.
Yeah. But wow, man, what a session, guys! That was fucking dope.
We did it.
We did it.
We did it. Now there's just
was
all the rest of
that was-
them.
I was very unsure after the first round. I was like, oh, whoops.
Yeah, no, that was touch and go after that first round.
Well, I'm glad we didn't just start attacking.
Yeah. That plus 7 other
so-
dudes.
Oh.
Yeah, so his fire breath never recharged again. It
Thank God.
recharged at like on a 5 or a 6. But I also it was like, 2d6 damage, half on a failed save. Maybe I could get a couple of you, but that's his full action. I feel like it was better to swing with the axe anyway. Excuse me, I've been drinking a lot of whiskey.
He-
But then I just
He-
rolled max damage and all of you failed. And the second that happened, I was like, oh fuck, oh fuck,
Yeah.
oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Which is crazy because like I still had my temporary hit points. I still have 20 hit points. I'm actually pretty good still.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's awesome. And I'm sure Kitlin is probably fine, and I think Ku stayed out of the battle. Like
Yeah.
it's tough with like a 1v5, but I also feel like it was scary enough at moments that it was
Oh,
worth
yeah.
it. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
no, that was scary at moments, especially after he
Yeah.
charged Staris and just like, oh my god, just wrecked her. That was good.
They're good. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Real quick, it's 10:25. I know it's late, and I want to